Whoa, we have here newcomer. Welcome. Oh, actually, she's muted. Let's be patient and wait a little bit.
Hey, you're
Hey, what
live.
up?
What's happening?
Well, not anymore.
Oh, really?
Not anymore. Look at me. Somebody just
Is it
arrived,
over?
land off on this planet. Look,
Oh, is
more
it
one
over?
person. Do you want to know if it is a woman? Why do you want to know?
No, no, no. I mean, you are alone. Nobody else join in.
Come on. There is another person around here. Say hi to her.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome,
Okay.
Lucia.
So it's 7
Yeah.
a.m. here. Just woke up and
Is
just
it?
open the door.
What about
Really?
your pray? As far as I remember, Muslims pray at 5, don't they?
I did.
Oops.
I did.
No,
And then
did
sleep
you?
back.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha. Uh-huh. Yeah. You sleep really fast, don't you?
No,
Like,
I just sleep back.
uh-huh. I see.
Let me show you the neighborhood.
Yeah, it's not hard to sleep after praying, right? Praying it's not very active stuff. You're gonna, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
just put it on easy on the floor, and then you're gonna, what is that? Yeah, yeah. I bet that is not your hand.
It is
Hey,
my bed.
Lucia,
It's my house. Now I
uh-huh,
just woke up and just like
uh-huh,
open the door.
gotcha.
My house.
Your house
Hold on.
is as big as, I don't know,
No,
it
not
is.
not that big.
Let me take a look on it. Oh, that is a motorcycle. Then yeah,
Yeah,
you go. I bet that is really useful for your daily routine.
yeah. I am a motorcycle person. Then
You
a
are a
car.
motorcycle person? What do you mean by
Yeah.
that?
Um. I prefer to ride a motorcycle than a car. Good
Do
morning,
you?
world. Good morning,
Wow.
world. And this is my house.
All right. So you feel more comfortable with a motorcycle, don't you?
Yes. Yep.
But what is the advantages point of view about a motorcycle?
There one go. What?
Well, speaking of the devil,
What? What?
I saw a motorcycle over there crossing by on the street.
Oh, it's a chicken butcher.
Chicken butcher, what the heck's that? Chicken butcher? I mean,
So he,
a guy that chop
yeah. So
the
he
chicken.
he sells
He,
chicken. He sells
no
chickens
way.
to everybody around the
He-
neighborhood.
Are you included on
Around the
that?
neighborhood.
Are you included on that?
When you
Uh,
want to
you, you you
want to
thought
eat
it too much.
chicken.
Uh, uh.
No,
What?
really.
What?
When you want to eat chicken, you don't have to chase a real live chicken. And we got a butcher
What?
who sell around the neighborhood, things like that.
Gotcha. In English, there is a slang that people say. I mean, there not people, but at least the guys, they say, "Oh, I got a chick over there," So, what do you think about
Mm,
chick butchers?
I just made that up. I just made that
Did
up.
you?
How
Did
are you
you?
these days,
So,
by the
so
way?
did
How are you
I.
these
So
days?
did I.
Yeah,
I
how are you these
feel
days?
I feel that I'm trying. I feel that I'm wondering at many moments, especially when I'm facing new activities, in
My
regards of the
curious.
workplace. Activities in regard of the workplace, because there are a lot of new things coming by, and then I feel a bit like there's too much information that I'm handling. However, I face that with the chin up. You know what I mean? You know what I mean with the chin up. So.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Um, Yeah, just to wrap it up, to wrap up, to wrap up.
Mm.
I'm trying to find out what is the direction that I should go. I know that it's related to communication, technology, innovation, and something that's about interacting with people. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, welcome newcomers.
Welcome to my
Welcome
pod.
everybody. Welcome to the
Welcome.
podcast with Yonita here from Indonesia. We are here as a as a visitor on her house. She's the guider. She's
Yeah.
showing up for us a lot of food over there, and let's see what happens.
Egg roll.
Let's see what happens.
So this
What is
is my
up?
porch. This is my porch.
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 PORC8, is it?
Yeah.
PORC8.
Porch. This is my porch. So I welcome my
Gotcha.
friends over here. So
Hmm.
this is outside the house.
This is the place where the gossiping happens. Oh my goodness. Hello, Pemakala. Apa kabar? Apa
Halo,
kabarnya,
sir.
Bintati.
Pemakala?
Hey.
Ya, I'm good,
Bintati.
sir. Ya, Miss
Saya ber
Yunita.
saya berasal dari Brazil.
Ya,
Halo,
sir. Halo. Oh, ya.
apa kabar?
Kabar baik.
Benar?
Ya,
Benar,
kabar
kabar
baik.
baik.
Yes, you speak very well Indonesian. I will give you a compliment like that because you speak very well Indonesian.
I know her.
Do you?
I know
Oh,
Bintati. Yeah,
for which group?
she
From
knows
which group?
me. Uh,
Pe- Pema,
British
Pemala.
only.
Uh-huh.
British.
Pemala, Pemala, may you introduce yourself because I got curious about you for a second. Two now,
Mm.
three, four, five. May you, please?
Who? Me?
Pemalaka? No, no.
Oh,
I mean,
Malaka.
you need a
Malaka. Oh, Makala.
yeah, Pemalaka.
Makala.
Yeah,
Pintar.
Pemakala.
I
Yeah.
come from Indonesia, sir.
Which island?
Uh, in uh in Sumatera,
Sumatra.
Krakatau,
Very famous. Sumatra is really
uh,
famous.
Riau Province.
Sumatra.
Oh, yeah.
What else? Java. All of these islands. I mean,
Uh,
it's so well known. Well known.
yes, sir. Uh, do you interest to visit Sumatra, sir, in Indonesia?
Well, as long as UNITA pays me, why not?
No, 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 no. Uh, Abraham, listen.
She's gonna pay my
Abraham,
tickets, so
listen.
I will go there.
Listen.
I'll jump.
Listen, Abraham, listen. I live in East Java, and Bintarti lives in Riau. It's way too far. It's way
Don't
too
tell
far.
me.
It's another island too.
Did you mean that
So
I'm
if you
going
want,
to her sofa?
yeah, exactly.
No,
If you want to
I
visit
think
me, you gotta go. If you want
to
to
the
visit me, you
sofa.
gotta go to Java Island.
No, I mean sofa. I'm going to the sofa.
So far. Oh my God. So far.
I
I think
got you.
if you interest to visit Indonesia, sir, it is not so far, I think.
Yeah.
But
It's not so far. It is a country, really big. So
We have 36 province, Abraham. So if you want to visit Indonesia, whole country, you need to like have 3 or 4 years to go, maybe
3 or
more.
4. That's a lot.
Yeah. Mhm.
Hmm.
It's just way long for you to visit all country. Like the whole
Mhm.
province.
Yeah,
Because
that that
each
that
province Each
Mm-hmm.
province will serve you a lot of cultures, a lot of languages, a lot of different treatments, and a lot of beautiful different beauty there. And it could be so interesting for you. But I'm
I
not
bet
sure
so.
if you could do that. But I'm not sure if but I'm not sure if you want to do that.
Well, if I had a guy there, you know, why not? I would think about it.
All right. I wish you all right. I wish you like. I really wish that my friends are capable to visit all virtual friends over here and meet up
Mm.
someday. Else. I really wish that. Really,
Well,
really wish.
that that's a really it's not a wish, it's the wish.
It's a plan, not a wish, but plan.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really big wish because imagine that going over all of the Indonesia, visiting everybody, saying hi, and
Mhm,
spend a little bit of time with them. Have
mhm,
First, they gotta have time for you. Second,
mhm.
you got to have time for them. And third, money counts. Time as well.
Yes, of course. And it counts.
Yeah, all of that, all of that. But it is not impossible. It's just a matter of very well management.
Mhm.
I bet on your skills, Unita. You can do it. You can do it.
Yep, yep,
So what
yep.
about the newcomers? We have 9 people here at the moment. Welcome everybody. So we have here Eduardo. Hello, Eduardo. What up?
Hello everyone, how's everyone going on this wonderful night here from Brazil? So, good evening,
Many
and I hope
stars.
we have a wonderful meeting. Thank you,
Yeah, it's
Abraham.
Abra,
welcome. It's night in Brazil, and we have 9 stars here, shining a lot.
Abraham,
uh,
I
and
pinch text there. We going
somebody,
to discuss about that. What do you think about that?
I think that is wonderful. We should jump on that, and that is one of the greatest topics that I could see today because I didn't see anything else. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
I'm joking, but it's really, really important. Discrimination. We see that discrimination is a big issue nowadays, and
Mm-hmm.
even though this word is so well frequently mentioned, I still see this
Mm-hmm.
problem occurring in many places, including South America, North America, United States, Brazil, in the I don't know exactly how is the situation in Indonesia, but I think many different kind of discrimination happens, not only racial, but also regards of religion or maybe something else, ideological. So let's go, guys. Let's dive on it. Discrimination is the thing that we could discuss today. And
Yep.
you Nita, what comes up to your mind about discrimination? If you could define discrimination, what would you bring on the table here?
Well, here in Indonesia, it's more like age gap. Age,
Age gap.
age, yeah, age
So,
gap. So
mm-hmm,
what I mean
mm-hmm.
about age gap here a lot of company always think about how old were you. When you are 35, it is not appropriate for you to work here. When you are 45, it's not fit for you to work here. So I think age gap is terrible because
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
even a 45 years old man could do some work if he wants to. A company changed the rule, I guess. I know. There also a reason people said that you got to give a chance to people in your underage, like maybe 30s. They want to get work, so 40s should like move aside and get another job. But if this
Mm-hmm.
45 years old guy still can do their skill, still can do their work, why not? And beauty privilege, that's trouble too. Because sometimes I'm not beautiful, For example, I'm not beautiful, but I cannot work there. Why? Because the company just need a younger and beautiful girl. That's really terrible. That sucks.
That is
That's
that is
discrimination. And then body shaming. When you are fat, you are not allowed to work in this company. And that is so terrible as well.
yeah. I
That's
I, I
what comes to
couldn't.
my mind.
Yeah, all of yeah, discrimination is so attached to bad things. I mean,
Mhm. Yeah.
yeah, wow.
So what do you think? What happened there? In other words, what happened in Brazil? Are you
What happens
having the
in
same thing?
Well, I think it is happening else, but that's not only the unique category of discrimination. Of course, we have body shaming, as also you mentioned about discrimination in regards of beauty. They are really picky. They disregard competency. But I think it also we must be thoughtful about the fact that these companies somehow, depending on the field, they may hire one kind of profile rather than another. For example, if it's a beauty industry, or maybe if it is related to, I don't know, attending customers, depending on the field, they may really choose one over another person, because they notice that a person well shaped and so on, they may attract more men or something like that. Of course, what capacity, it's not what, it's not what gives the person competency. Though unfortunately they take those kind of choices, and what we can do, well, we can raise our voices and bring these issues on the table. Anyway, let me move on. I'm gonna give you this mic for Eduardo because he's from Brazil and he may say something as well. Let's go, Eduardo. What do you think about
Yeah,
discrimination?
Okay.
What
or
comes
the
to
other
your mind about it? We have two Eduardos here. First
Yeah.
is the Eduardo Barbosa, and then the next one is gonna be Eduardo. Got it? Yeah, I didn't
like
notice the other Eduardo. Yeah, Eduardo Barbosa firstly, and then secondly Eduardo. Yep. So go on, Eduardo
yeah,
Barbosa.
thank you, Abraham. So
You're
Yonita,
welcome.
thank you for on the theme. And here in Brazil, I particularly think that we have a gap more focused on money related. Okay, we also have racial gap related, but I think from my point of view, what I can see the most is when you have a lot of money, some money on your pocket, you have more prestigious life on whatever you're trying to choose, whether a career or trying to get a job, rather than someone else who came from slums, from a poor family, and don't have enough financial support or tools to, like, clothes, good clothes, okay, to just get a good looking for someone, for a third person, okay. So to wrap up, I think yes, there is a racial age gaps here in Brazil, but from my perspective, I think money is a big issue here, a really big difference, a really big gap on in Brazil, unfortunately. So back to you, Abraham. Thank you.
Yeah, back to me. So I couldn't agree more with you, Eduardo. Indeed, it exists. It's happening, and I don't think that it's gonna be out so soon. Regardless of the campaigns, regardless of how many people raise up their voices, this kind of discrimination are going on again and again, over and over. Unfortunately, that's something that's coming up like a parrot. It's repeating. It's like a scratched disc. But let's see what Eduardo, the other Eduardo from Brazil, he thinks about it. So what comes up to your mind about discrimination, Eduardo? What just spring on your universal mind? Let's see what happens.
Yes, about discrimination.
That's it.
Yes, and,
Yeah,
yes, and sometimes there is discrimination. I think against some kind of people, like sometimes there is a difference between one person and other person, and there is a discrimination. Yes, and like the race. Yes, and it happened a lot in the past with the slavery. Yeah, yeah,
Racial discrimination. Yeah, indeed, indeed, it happened. And
yes,
nowadays it happens in a nuanced way. It's like a structural racism. Anyway, yeah.
yeah. We must learn with the past about the discrimination.
hmm
Yes.
Well, from a point of view, Eduardo, what kind of bad thing uh had been brought from this discriminative behavior from one class against another, that would like to talk more
Yes,
about?
yes, in this kind of discrimination, as yes, in the past, some white people, yeah, had more privileges than the black people, for example, and it
Mm-hmm.
was a kind of discrimination.
Mm-hmm. Got it. Thank you very much, Eduardo. Let's jump to Andrea. Hello, Andrea. Welcome. Hi. Are you on the where are you now? You are so well dressed, classy, and elegant.
I am in my office.
I see.
I um I was working, so
I
I left the working place, and now I am located in the here.
where are you based?
You can see.
Well, is it a hall or what? The air is a little bit blurry. It was. Now it's perfect. A lot of tables, people over there on the background. It is indoors. Oh, people are playing there. Look at that. That's the playground, isn't it? The playground.
Yes, and
Cool.
as I review my WhatsApp and also saw the meeting, I was curious to only go online of the meeting because today morning we had the session with Patrick, but
Mm-hmm.
it was like really early, like 10 a.m. in the morning for me.
I
So
see.
I was not I was not able to join to the meeting.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes I don't have time as well to join that meeting because at the exact moment that the meeting starts, it is a very, very moment that I'm getting out of the company. And when I'm getting out, I'm without internet connection, or I'm in the bus, and my network connection is so, awful, terrible. I gotta arrive at home firstly to join the meeting. I mean, in a kind of similar situation that you are as well. But anyways, let's just forget about it. So, Andrea, what do you think about discrimination? Does it happen in Colombia? You know what? Unita, she talked about age gap, body shaming. Eduardo, he brought a little bit about racial discrimination. Eduardo Barbosa, another guy from Brazil, he talked a little bit about discrimination in regards of age gap as well. So how's the situation in Colombia about discrimination? What's your thoughts on it?
Well, I think discrimination we have in the corners. We have really problems as society to integrate us as humans. We are always discriminated in different kinds. Here in Colombia, we don't have, for example, for blind people, they can be discriminated, or people cannot work because they have disabilities. There are no programs from the government to supply with financial institutions, or to provide with money to people who has disabilities. So for me, racism and discrimination and disability are together.
Discrimination, racism, they are together. Do you think it can be detrimental for the future? Does it bring any problem for the future? Because when we inside the country, there are black people, white people, yellow, anyway, many colors. And if we discriminate one part of the population, we are not using the whole potential of the nation, right? Not if not everybody is receiving the opportunities, if not everybody is receiving the chances. So how can we have a great next generation if we are not using the potentiality of everybody at this very moment? So do you see any problem in the foreseeable future ahead when it comes to discrimination? What kind of problem can it bring for the future on your opinion, Andrea?
Well, in this case, I feel we have to treat this problem, and we have to start with our family, because if we start from our immediate, or from our like background, like people around us who don't discriminate, it's good. Also, I believe with the kids, with the children, we can teach them to don't discriminate, because it starts since we are a child.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you very much, Andrea. It was an insightful and a remarkable point that you just had drawn over here. That's that. You are cool. Anyway, let's jump to Kadar. Hello, Kadar. What up? Beautiful day where you are
Thank
in it, isn't it?
you so much. Good morning to everyone from
Good
Pakistan.
evening.
As I am on one morning walk, so I came out from home very early. Yes. So when I look to your link, share the link, so I joined the Zoom meeting. So today topic is amazing. I think it's good. I would like to say about discrimination.
All right. So
Actually,
what comes up to your mind? What is the situation in Pakistan in regards of
yes.
discrimination?
Do you know in Pakistan, uh, actually discrimination comes when there is a difference in societies, in culture, and tradition, right? Poor, rich. When there is class difference, when there is not balanced societies. If you look to nowadays, the number of population is increasing day by day. People, they have different colors, they have different classes, they have if you look to their wealth also comes bring some attitude to people, right? So if there is wealthy person, so their behavior change with their wealth, right? So if someone is beautiful, he or she will say that she is black, he is black, he is ugly, she is ugly. So discrimination come. If you are boss in your office, so you will treat your subordinates which are working under your supervision, so you will treat them you will treat like they are not abused. So whenever you got power, everyone take disadvantages of it and give order. So a kind of discrimination. A discrimination comes to a person automatically when he or she get power. Right? This is a kind of the population, because every person has their own mind. Different people have their different minds. So I think I can talk more and more on it, but if you ask question,
Well, there are thousands of questions shared by Unita. These were really, really thought-provoking questions, by the way. Unita, are you there? Where are you? I think she's doing something now.
Yeah. I'm here.
Unita,
I'm here.
yeah, Unita, I want to ask you a favor. May you?
All right. All right. What
Yeah,
is
all
it?
right. All right. There are 6 questions that you share. May you pick up one question and ask Kadar Hussein from Pakistan? Only one question.
All right. All right. So the next question is, how can we recognize when someone is being discriminated against?
do you know? It's very easy. Suppose, yes, the person who is discriminated, he will automatically know about it, because nowadays, if you look at a person, I can understand easily that why he or she is not given attention. Right, the first thing is attention. If if there is you are in your colleagues, right? If you are in your colleagues, in your friends, others friend are given more attention, right? And you are not other your other friends are more given more attention, and you are not given more attention. So the first thing is attention, right? And the second thing, your friend, if your friends are serve in good way and you are not in good way, so I think this is the second thing.
Well, I got a different thoughts. May I share with you?
Yes, of course.
All right. So I kind of confusing about discrimination and the truth, the fact. Okay, let's say this is the example. This is just an example. In one community, we cannot and we are not allowed to say that you are fat, even in fact you are fat. This is just example. I'm not mentioning everyone. I'm not discriminating everyone. This is just example. And okay, let's say me and Abraham.
Yeah,
Okay, let's say me and Abraham. All right.
All right.
And I said,
All right.
Abraham said to me, Unita, you look too fat and it is not good for your health. Okay. And then I cannot take that. I cannot take that. What? Come again? I'm not fat. I'm just too much. I said that. And I didn't think that what Abraham said is a discrimination because Abraham stated that I am too fat and it's jeopardized my health. Because nobody will be healthy if you are just too fat, right? This is just an example. I don't think what Abraham said is discrimination. It's just saying. It's just a saying. And I didn't know Abraham for long. I just know Abraham now. Abraham is not my old friends. I knew him this instance, and this instant Abraham said to me, "You just too fat, and it's jeopardize your health." What do you think about that? So I kind of confused about discrimination and a truth, a fact. Abraham is a good friend to remind me that I am just too much and be considering yourself. If you are just too fat, it means that you didn't love yourself. You jeopardize yourself by giving a lot of food comes into your body and makes your body overwhelmed with this fat. So how about that? What do you think about that? This is a kind of confusing statement.
No, you are right. You are right. You know, discrimination. If you meet a person today and he talk about you, so it's not discrimination. If he do not know about you, that who are you, what is your background, where are you come from, so and if he talk about you that you are pet, you should take care of your health, you should take care of your personality. So
Yeah.
it's not discrimination. So if he spend time to you, like 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, and he know about you, about your background, about your each and everything. So, and if he start talking about you, about your character, about your personality, about your culture, tradition, so I think then it's come in discrimination.
Well. Yeah. I think discrimination it's more nuanced. Yeah. As far as I could understand from both of you guys, discrimination is not only about what the person says, but how they say and what is the intention behind what they say. What you need to use as an example. In this example, she used my name, myself in this case, and on this fictional hypothetical scenario, I was saying, you are fat. But you know what? It depends on how the person says how long this relationship has been established between these people talking with each other. Also, it depends what is the intention behind. For example, if I'm really caring about her, like let's say that I'm a nutritionist and she comes here and she's taking a consultation with me. And I say, hey, you gotta take care of your health. You know what? You gotta take care of your cholesterol, your diabetes. You are living in a risk of getting, um, um, it's really tough. You may get a heart attack, maybe a stroke. You gotta take care of your health. So when we add more context, we may notice that it is not about discrimination. So it depends on the scenario for sure. Let's say, but there is a job interview, but the fat person that goes there, they are competing to get a job as a swimmer helper. Let's say a person that works on the beach to help other people when they are drowning. They got to help other people to survive. Well, of course, the team they will not hire a fatty person. Um, so yeah, it's more nuanced than what we think. It's there are sort of details that must be taken into account.
Do you
Yeah,
know,
Abraham.
actually,
In
Abraham, you are
my
talking
in my
about.
honest opinion, right? I may be wrong, guys. So I
Do you know, it's the person, the Newton is a kind of counselor. He or she give you a counsel that if you do not control your weight, so you will be ill, you will weak, you will not be able to work, do your duty. So he is point out your weaknesses. That is why it's not coming the circle of discrimination.
Oh yeah. Thank you very much, Kada Hossein. What about you, Unita? You are raising your hand. You are almost touching the sky. Tell me what is going on your mind.
Yeah. So we supposed to go back to the definition of discrimination there. I found out from Google. Google says discrimination is the unfair or
Unfair.
prejudicial treatment. So
Mhm.
treatment of people and group based on characteristics such as race, gender, age, and sexual orientation. So my example previously, when I gave you example that you said that I'm just too fat and it's just jeopardize your health, it's not a discrimination. Why? Because after you said that I am just too fat, you are following the other statement, which is thoughtful statement. Unita, you are too fat. It would jeopardize your health. So the word jeopardize your health, it would jeopardize your health here. It's not just like judging me about my situation, about my body situation right now. You were explaining more because you are not just saying you're fat. You're not come to this group. So it's just depends on your treatment, right? So it's different when Abraham said, Unita, you are fat. You don't belong here. That's totally different. But when Abraham said, Unita, you are fat, it could jeopardize your health. That's different. The first is discrimination, and the second is the thoughtful thinking of a friend. So I think whenever people said and it comes to an explanation after the first statement, it's not totally a discrimination. And it applies to a company. A company said there is a rule there when you are first applicant come to the company and there is a like a base range of people who can work there. A company already think about it. Let's say that you have to be like 30 years old maximum and 30 up, you cannot work here. It because the company think this age is not an age gap. It's just a thought from a company that they would love to hire people maximum in 30 years old. It's not a discrimination, but in another policy for that company, right? And the company would explain why they want to hire people up to 30 years old. So the company would declare a discrimination. We thought that the company would declare a discrimination when the company didn't say anything about age, when the company didn't say anything about body shaming. But when there is a first statement and then there is an explanation afterward, this is not discrimination at all. I'm sure of it. Because in Indonesia, personally, in Indonesia, there are a lot of people who are jobless. They need a job. And when they apply to a company, they fail because of the age gap, because of the beauty privilege, because of the money talks, because of the racism, because of the sexual orientation. It happens all together here in Indonesia. But when there is an explanation and there is an understanding between two, I'm sure this is not a discrimination. Because somehow when you have a company and you want to hire people, you want to hire people with high intelligence or high standard, which make the company up and up, right? Right, Abraham? So it is
Well,
not the company fault.
nobody's going to hire a person to go down, down, down. It's not going to be
Exactly,
up as well.
exactly. So
Undoubtedly, yeah.
somehow this is not a discrimination when the company explain the situation of the company. And the company would considering back when the new applicant show the company that he could do and he could act whatever the company wants. I guess so. If I have a company, I would react like that. If I am the leader, I would react like that. End of the point. Thank you.
Well, yeah, it feels like that there is a difference between being the owner of the company and then being the employee of a company. I mean, depending on who you are on this game, you may take different decisions and you may consider distinctive criteria before hiring a person. That's, yeah, money talks a lot. Thanks, Unita. So the guy from Pakistan, he just left. He was going to the workplace. Anyway, let's wish the best for him. So Pemakala, are you there? Pemakala, Pemakala from Sumatra
Yes, sir,
Island.
I'm here, sir.
You don't need, hey, you can say you or maybe Abraham. If you say sir, I will feel like I have 100 years old. 100 years. I don't have 100 years old, you know. I know that is a matter of respect. I know it. But you know what? We are here being friends. It's a free environment. Don't take it so serious. Yeah, we are here to learn with one another. So let's go.
Pintarti
So,
respect you so much, Abraham. That's why she calls you sir.
Okay, Abraham.
yeah, I noticed that. You need to, don't need to repeat that. So, Pemakala, welcome back. So Pemakala, how long have you been learning English? How long have you been learning so far?
I have been learn English for I think uh for when I was in junior high school until now I think, but not really seriously.
What is that? 3 years, 4 years, 2 years? If you would give a number,
I have learned English for seriously for 4 years.
got it. 3 or 4 years. Yeah, I have been learning seriously for 5 years, I think. For that is my average as well. Average measurement. So Pemakala, I think you need to have really wonderful questions for you. So Unita, do you have any question for our lady Pemakala from Sumat
My name
Island?
is Bintarti, sir. Sorry.
Pintarti.
I forgot to choose my name in there. Sorry.
Yeah, her name is Pintarti. So the next question would be like, how about in Riau? Even we are Indonesian, Pintarti and I from Indonesian, but we live in a different island. Is it
Hmm,
easier for men to find a job than for a woman to find a job in your island, Pintarti?
In Riau,
Yeah,
it is
in Riau. Is it
it is
easier for men to find a job than for women to find a job in your island, in Riau?
in here is so hard. To get a job in Riau is so hard. I think not all the young generation in here is so easy to get it's so easy to it don't easy to get a job because in here we need some qualification to get a job, and I think there are some job need a qualification like a
hmm.
level of education or other, but some job don't need it. But I think in Pekanbaru especially, uh, it is not easy to get a job, Miss Unita.
Well,
Oh, so it's based on the qualification of the people or the application, not
Yeah, it
because not because of the age gap, beauty privilege, money talks, things like that.
not really, Miss. I think in here just need skill to get a job in Riau. We just need a good skill, and yeah, I think good skill is needed, and qualification education is needed too.
Of course, every company need a great skill and need a great performance for people. Qualification is needed in every area, I guess. If you don't have that, no way you can have a job. Really. especially skills. Okay, let's say Abraham is skillful in English, so he will be needed in a company in an American company, for example, maybe because he is good in English. That is also a skill. Everybody will be agree with me that if you want to get a work, you got a skill, you got qualification needed in that company. If you don't, just forget about it.
Yeah. Yeah, undoubtedly. That's the main thing. We're gonna be problem solvers. There are problems to solve, and we're gonna be able to have the skill set enough to manage the scales and transform it into something productive and that may bring at the end of the day profits for the
Yeah.
company some way.
Yeah, of course. The problem is when someone want to enhance and to be evaluated in having qualification, it is a bit hard here in Indonesia because having qualification, they need to do a lot and certain criteria.
Criteria.
Let's say you want to be a teacher,
Let's
and
say
teacher he
let's
a lot differences. Yeah. There is a lot of varieties to be a teacher. What is it? Is it an English teacher? If you are an English teacher, there is also a qualification. You have to pass TOEFL. You have to pass IELTS. You got to be active in speaking. You got to manage a
ended.
classroom, manage blah blah blah. There are a
Blah
lot of
blah blah.
qualification too,
There's
right?
there is the whole script.
Yeah, the whole script. If you cannot pursue that, if you cannot manage those qualification, I'm sure that you cannot achieve another qualification to be a teacher. So this is one thing. I mean,
But you
this is
mean like
not about
but you mean like a public school teacher, right? Or private school teacher? I mean, in some formal school, because informally
every
it's more flexible.
every field. Whenever
Ended.
every field, okay, no matter public teacher or no matter private teacher, when you are qualified in your work, everybody will count on you. I'm
They
sure of
will.
it. Yeah, they
They
will.
will.
Not just a company, not just a school, not just a private company, but everybody will think about it. So
Yeah. Let's develop our skills then.
yeah, but the thing
Oh,
is, if
there's
you
a big
already
but.
got yeah, but the thing is, if you already have a qualification that they need, and then there are still there are still different treatment among you and your friends, that called discrimination.
I think discrimination is something really. I mean, it's not like a punch. It's not like
Yes.
a slap on the face, but it hurts more than that.
Yeah. You got to be smart in defining discrimination.
Yeah, it's preventing people for getting opportunities as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's see what other people have to say about it. Unita, you're one star among many here. I'm a star. You're a
What?
star. Everybody.
No. No, I'm not a
Let,
star. I just saying something in my mind.
yeah, uh, I thought it was from Google. I'm joking.
All right,
Surely, I mean that's
let's hear
yeah.
from everybody. Let's hear from others.
Temakala. Do you want to say something else?
I just want to clarify to all of my friends. What do you think about? Do you agree if if skill and qualification in education to be discrimination, especially in a job, to get a job?
I would
Uh,
love to let others think about it. and say their mind about it.
Mm-hmm.
Let us
Makala, may you repeat again the question? It just cut a little bit here, chopped. May you repeat the question, please?
Do you agree if qualification in education and skill uh, make as a discrimination, especially to get a job?
Good question. Great question. Thought provoking, isn't it, Unita? Let me just check if Charlie is here. Charlie just
Good
said
morning.
good morning, Charlie. Welcome.
Mhm.
So
Good morning.
long time no see. What time is it?
Mhm. Thailand is 7:56 in the morning, 4 minutes to 8. And I just wake up. I'm sorry that I could not turn on the camera because I just wake up. Yeah.
I understand. Don't worry about that. That's only me with the camera showing up here. So only me. So
Okay.
that's okay.
Okay.
That's okay. So truly
Mhm.
welcome. It's good to see you again. I don't see you, but it's good to see you again. And
Are you still in my mind always?
so we today we are talking about discrimination. The definition of discrimination is, um, when a group of people they judge other people, they treat them badly. So they judge the color of them, they judge the age of them, they judge the anything, everything. For example,
Mhm.
um, uh, Unita, she said that there in Indonesia there are people that judge the age. So there is the aging gap.
Mhm.
After 45 years, 40 years old,
Mhm.
many employers they think, this person only because they have 40 years old they are not able to work. It's wrong, right?
Mhm.
I mean, there are many people
Mhm.
with more than 40 years, so they can work very well. They can do the things. They can finish the task.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
discrimination is about um
Mhm.
yeah, judging people by age, because of their race, because of their color, because of their gender. She's a woman, she
Mhm.
cannot she's not a good driver. Anyway, what,
Mhm.
what what do you think about discrimination, Charlie? Does it
Okay, thank
happen?
you very much. Okay, thank you very much for this question. Actually, I will reference this information from Thailand. Okay, and right now, I didn't judge the people from the age or uh, from the certificates or the bachelor degree or high school, because right now I in Thailand right now, even
Mm-hmm.
the age 20 years old, but they become to millionaires. They use TikTok for make a money, and
Mm-hmm.
some people 50 years old they still jobless and they don't have the house by themselves. So for me, in my opinions, it doesn't matter, but the quality and the mindset is very important, because right now, like 25, 26, or even 30, or even 10 years old, they can make the money a lot. They can build a house for their family. They could earn money for themselves. Even they don't graduate from university yet, but they use social media in the correct way. Like they do TikTok, they can sell the product in TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
So I think doesn't matter. It is not, we cannot judge the people from age. Um, it depends on the person and depend on which how to say uh, the environment and mindset. Mm,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Environment and
yeah,
mindset.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because they grew up with a business person like me. I'm sorry. For
Don't
me, my
worry.
mom, she was, I'm a little bit sick. In my, for me, my mom, she taught me how to do the business. Then I'm still young, so I learned from my mom. So right now I do the business, and yeah, that's it. I think my answer is it
No.
doesn't matter. It's not. Uh, we could not judge the people from it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, that's really true. That's really true, Charlie. I really liked your point, especially when you say that there are people with 20 years old. They are 20 years old. Look at that. They are on TikTok. They are
Mhm.
making money. They are doing this, doing that. Why should we judge people by age?
Yeah, like my students, they're just 10 years old, but they have mindset very great mindset. My student 9 years old, when I ask them some question, what do you like to be in the future? What do you want to do this? What do you want to do that? Why do you want to do that? The answer is very great and oh amazing. I unbelievable that they have things like this. So that's why I believe and I respect even they're still young. I respect their mindset. Yeah, thank you.
Wonderful, great. Thank you very much, Charlie. Guys, would you like to comment something about it? Age gap, discrimination, so on. Makala?
Bintati had a question, Abraham,
Oh,
and it
yeah.
hasn't answered yet. And I just turned down. Bintati,
Yeah.
what was the question? I forgot. Skill and qualification. What?
Yes, yeah, Miss. Do you agree if skill and qualification in education uh, make as a discrimination to get a job?
Hmm. Well, I would like to answer that question. Well, first things first, as an entrepreneur, or even in an entrepreneurship, the main focus is to deliver solutions for customers, in services or products. So the main goal of the business is to provide solutions through products and services. And many companies nowadays they don't care about the means of doing that. They only care about numbers. They care about the self-image, the credibility, the reputation, and they will not think twice if they are going to reject a person in regard of another, because the main goal is make that company achieve something, but they will play games, they will play tricks, they will use strategy, they will do everything that's legal, even though it's ethically wrong. They will still do it because there is no law to prevent that. There is no law to prevent discrimination. But anyway, moreover, when it comes to skill set, education, and all the other competencies, I think if you want to be hired as a programmer, you're gonna have hard skills about analysis of data, well-known proficient knowledge in using computer. If you want to be a kind of, let's say, a diplomat, you gotta know a couple of languages and communicate effectively. So I think discrimination is, yeah, it's necessary depending on the context, because we cannot hire everybody in one position. We gotta separate the wet from the chaff, right? We're gonna separate what is going to fit on that position and what's not going to fit on that position. And among us, a ocean of many fishes, we're gonna choose one fish to put on there. That's not easy because people on the first moment they show one people say that the first impression is what remains, but I don't think like that. I think that we can go beyond of the cover of the book if we get time enough. And many people they are in companies hired because of their skills, but they are fired due to their behavior. So at the end of the day, Pemakala, yes, skill is necessary. Yes, having education make the difference. The discrimination on this context have another connotation, so it may be used depending on how it is applied. You need any saying on this matter?
Oh, yeah. So we have to separate that first, skill and qualification. If you got a skill, it means that you are qualified. I think that. So qualification, there are a lot of particular what step, and skills include qualification. If you are skillful in managing the class for a teacher, if you are skillful in public speaking, it means you are in a qualification that is needed for a school. So this is not a discrimination. Discrimination is how you have been treated by your principals, maybe, or by your colleges. That's a discrimination. For example, you got a skill. It means that you are qualified. But then Brown your headmaster, principal or headmaster are the same. Your headmaster, your colleges, or maybe your students, always like saying many times, "Oh, miss, you are ugly. Oh, miss, you are fat." It calls discrimination. But if you can prove yourself, you has this skill, even you are, maybe they think that you are ugly, maybe they think that you are fat, they would change their mind on it. Because I believe, this is what I believe, no matter how you look, if you got a good skill, if you got a good qualification on everything you do, in every field you have, their mindset will change eventually. Believe me on it. Hello?
Wonderful, 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 Yonita. Yeah. Yeah, but they're gonna switch their minds in one way or
Exactly.
another.
And I think mindset of people built by the society they're living. If the society give them a positive feedback, it just helps us to grow a good mindset, a positive mindset. I believe that. This is what I think.
Yep. I went to Google really quickly because in Portuguese we have we can use discrimination as a way to differentiate one thing from another. And I check it out in English, and the differentiation discrimination as well can be used as a way to differentiate, for example, between right and wrong. So when you discriminate what is right and what is wrong, discrimination also has the meaning of difference, distinguishing something. Yeah. So, yeah, discrimination can be used in many ways. We must be
So
aware of that.
about the social problem about this, discrimination is a social problem, right? So the answer
It is.
for the social problem is that you got to be fair. You have to be fair. Gotta, have to fair. So fair here, what is fair actually? Fair, the meaning of fair is that you can put someone or something in the right place. For example, Abraham is a young guy like 20 years old young guy. This is just an example, Abraham. And
All right.
Unita
I'm
Unita
so
is 15, for example. And Unita is a 15 years old teenager. And we belongs to the same house. This is just for example.
Do
We
it.
belong to the same house. And then our parent give us money different in different amount. My parent give Abraham 20,000. And then my parent give me, as a 15 years old teenager, give me only 10,000. That's
Why
totally
is that?
different, right? That's totally different. Why? Because Abraham is an adult. He needs more money to buy something that he needs because he is an adult. While Unita is just a 15 years old teenager. What would I buy with 20 bucks? I just need 10 bucks, maybe. This is what my parents thinks. And that is fair. And that is not different. And that is not discrimination as well. It's just unfair treatment. Because parents give Abraham something which he needs in his 20s. And parents give Unita 10 bucks because at my age, what would I buy? What would I spend for 20 bucks? It's
Bubble
just too much.
guns.
This is just for example.
A lot of
Outing.
bubble
This is just
guns.
for example from my point of view. What do you think
Yeah,
about that?
I think you should not buy so many bubble guns, Unita.
No, I buy chocolate. I love chocolate.
Chocolate. Mohammed, were you about to say something?
So FER definitely, sir. Thank you very much, Unita. Your speech was useful, and I was thank you for as well. So I'm gonna ask you some question. Possible to ask some question?
Are you from Afghanistan, Mohammed?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Good job. So, Unita, you made about how many negative points, and you mentioned about discrimination as well. So what do you think? I have seen many people, especially educated people as well, they have a lot of discrimination than uneducated people. So what do you think, which is the cause? Most of educated people have discrimination than uneducated people. I'm a little bit doubtful for perplexed as well right now. So what do you think?
Hold on. All right. So, hello. Yeah. Where are you living, Mohammed? Are you Indonesian?
No, I'm not Indonesian as well.
You're not Indonesian. Well, this is a social problem, and a social problem is way kind of like a bit difficult to solve unless there is understanding among each other, because this is social, and social we are living with a homogeneous people, a lot of different people. When we could bond differences into one vision and mission, that would be great, because all of us are different. If our mindset stick on differences, there would be a lot of discrimination.
Sorry, just think general. So what do you think? What is the cause? Most of educated people have discrimination. Just think general.
Yeah. That's what I said. Because people mindset tends to be different. They just think about differences. They don't think about the solution. If you keep thinking about differences,
catch up. Yeah. What do you think? Whenever do you think your difference? So do you know about anything, because they are educated people and they have knowledge? We can say like they are full of experience as well. So why, for example, do you always think anything, or you always think like negatives, or why they always look for negative sides? So what do you think? Briefly, trust me, I have seen many people, especially educated people, they have more than experience on discrimination than uneducated people. I'm a little bit doubtful right now. I really want to know because you have amazing mind as well.
Well, first, what I said, we are different. And if our mindset only for differences, not for solution, it would be difference all time. Your mindset had to be how to find any solution, not to stick on differences. This is the crucial word. Find a solution, not because you are different, because differences
So-
is beautiful, you know that. And if you have to communicate to each other, because Abraham and me are totally different. Abraham has own mindset and I have my own mindset, right? And if we are still talking about our difference in mind, there will be no negotiation, there would be no solution. This is the
So-
cause. Yeah.
You made a good point. Yeah, you made a good points. I totally agree with your points. So what do you think? Whenever you have knowledge or whenever you have education, which means you know about everything. You know what's the difference between positive and negative. So why you look for brights? Why you look for negative sides? Why you always think negative? Why just you gonna prefer to have discrimination? So whenever you have knowledge, which means you know about what's the difference between positive and negative. So I'm a little bit doubtful. Look at this more right now. Wherever we have knowledge, so definitely we know about what is my responsibility. What is the meaning of responsibility? We know about anything. We know about everything as well. So what do you think? Why most of educated people, they have knowledge and you know about everything and you're full of maybe information as well, but you always think negative. You always look for negative sides. I mean, they have discrimination as well. Mm-hmm.
If people have a higher knowledge, they would discriminate everybody. They would think in another way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If I got a knowledge, I would never criticize or maybe trying to be positive in every side.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Discrimination here, when we are discussing about discrimination, we are not talking about, oh, that guy is bad, oh, that guy is not appropriate. We are talking about, what do you think about discrimination in your country? Is it happening? What will you face in your workplace about discrimination? I'm not stating about negative thing. If we have knowledge, if we have higher intelligence, we would never just judging. We would never discriminate everyone. We would love to see the solution. We would see negotiation. So I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Hello?
So what do you think right now? How can we control? So do you have any solution? Do you have any
we
figure out?
we cannot control people to discriminate us. What we can control is ourselves, how to handle that.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot shut their mouths. What you can do is shut your ears.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because if you already treated yourself how to handle problem, people eventually will follow you. People talk. What you can
Abraham,
do is
That's it.
hello, good morning. Okay,
Hello,
Abraham.
Johnny.
Okay, I'm cooking. So may I
I see.
unmute microphone? Okay, so I wanna cook for my brother. And I
Mhm.
think, I wanna cook for my brother and he will go to Bangkok.
Wow,
Thank
that's
you very much.
wonderful.
So
You're gonna give
thank you
him
very much.
you're gonna
bye-bye,
be with
Johnny.
him, right?
Have a great
Yeah,
cooking.
I'm
Mhm. Have
cooking
Bye-bye,
and
Johnny.
I will
say
will
bye.
prepare the food for my brother go to Bangkok. He has to go to Bangkok today. Thank you.
All
Help him.
right. All
Help
right,
him.
Tita.
Prepare a delicious food for him. Do that.
For me
Okay,
too. For
thank
me
you.
too. I need a breakfast now.
Thank you.
Yeah. See you. Well, guys, you're yeah. There is a kind of hot debate over here. Between Unit and
It's
Mohammed.
not a debate. It's not a debate. It's a
Not yet.
discussion.
Not
It's a
yet.
discussion.
Yeah.
It's not a debate. So, Mohammed, do you, okay, you get what I mean?
Yeah, definitely catch up.
Okay, good. So we are not debating. We are discussing, Abraham. We are like
Definitely.
finding the same vision
A common ground.
about something. Yeah, we are making the same differences.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Mohammed and I having difference, but we are trying to discuss to make it the same.
That's that. Well,
Yeah, definitely right.
well, we have newcomers here like Alexander. So thanks, Unita, thanks, Mohammed, contributing on this wonderful discussion. So,
Hey guys, good evening to everyone.
good evening, Alexander. How's it going? What up? How have you been going?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. What about you? Long time no talk, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's like a TED Talk, TED Talk night here with everybody. You need the Mohammed, Charlie, all of these people, wonderful people contribute with, each one of them adding these, thoughts, ideas, putting together.
Yeah,
That's really
you know,
crazy.
yeah, that's really nice. And again, thanks for having me here. Yeah, you guys are talking about discrimination. It's an important subject to talk about, right? Because yeah, especially here, I don't know about you guys, but here in Brazil, um, we have yeah, still have some discrimination here. Yeah, you guys yeah, you are totally right in my opinion because yeah, unfortunately, in Brazil we can suffer from this. We can suffer with this actually. But yeah, if you don't have a good mind to deal or to handle with that, you can have some problems, like maybe depression or something like that. It's an important subject to talk about. Yeah.
Yeah, undoubtedly. You expect and you touched on one of the most important point here when it comes to mental health, our psychology, how the discrimination can affect the human psychology, how it can isolate people and subsequently leading them to, as you mentioned, depression or even a situation close to that. So. Um, yeah, let's take this opportunity and see what you how do you think about discrimination psychology? How do they relate to each other? Let's say that we have here let's pick up a scenario, a hypothetical scenario. There is a kid. This kid goes to school and he's there. That's a boy. He's really good student. He pays attention to the class and so on, but he's discriminated because of his color by his colleagues, classmates. So, how may it affect the mental health of a person? I mean, just using one example, discrimination can happen in many places, in workplace, on the street, because of color, age, and
Yeah.
so on. So,
Yeah,
what's
yeah, your example is really good actually, Rabban, because nowadays, especially at work, sometimes you can suffer discrimination, especially in some kind of job. In my company nowadays, we don't have discrimination there, and yeah, as far as I know, okay, but sometimes I can hear about that, in my workplace because when people maybe are working together, they can start to make some jokes or something like that, and they can think that that is just jokes, but it's not. It's not just jokes. Can be another thing like some discrimination, or something like that. But yeah, especially maybe at work, maybe not at work, happens a lot. This kind of discrimination. Yeah, of course. Your example a few moments ago, it was perfectly like you have a kid, going to the school every single day and maybe playing with his colleagues and so on. This kind of behavior can be a problem because maybe his parents don't know, did they know about that, they didn't know about what happened with his child, with their child on the school, or something like that, because depends on the school and so on. But in my opinion, yeah, we have discrimination all the time, I don't know about other countries, but in Brazil happens a lot, all the time, actually, I don't know how to describe this in details, but we know that we have a lot of kind of discrimination here. Maybe, yeah, maybe because of the color of skin and so on. But yeah, we have a lot, actually. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
that's it.
yeah.
That's my opinion.
Yeah, although it is a very well-known fact that Brazil is a multicultural country as United States, we have so many different ethnical groups here: Asians, Europeans, you know, all of the shades, all of the colors. But despite of that, discrimination still happens. Maybe because of
Yeah,
the
yeah. For
class,
example,
maybe because how much somebody have.
yeah, especially with foreigners, for example, when someone comes from another country, yeah, it happens a lot.
Xenophobia.
Yeah, I already I already saw that once. It was a terrible experience because yeah, it's like yeah. The situation was like a foreigner talk with a guy from Brazil, and
I
yeah,
see.
they were talking about I don't remember right now, but they were talking about something, and I was here. Oh, yeah, like the guy was, how can I explain this? The guy was like attacking her with some like with some I don't know how to say this, with some bad words,
Insult.
yeah, some bad words.
Pejorative terms. Yeah.
Yeah, pejorative words. Yeah, that's it, bro. Pejorative words, and it was terrible to hear that because, yeah, he was like, "Oh, you don't know how to do this. You are a foreigner. We don't need you here," and so on. It's kind of thing, And I was
That's
actually thinking,
that's
yeah,
really
and I
bad,
was thinking that,
horrible,
yeah, and I was thinking that, oh, why they
awful,
are
awful.
why he was doing that with her, I had no idea what can I what can I did in that situation. It was terrible, actually.
Yeah, only by hearing that it makes me feel kind of I mean it's not shocking because I already saw it happening, though it's so mean. It's so mean because the guy he's passing by there. He never saw the person never in his life, and he behaves like that. He says things that he said. It tells so much more about himself than the person he's using the pejorative words. I think so.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
this kind of thing happens all the time. Yeah, we don't see this, we don't see this all the time, but unfortunately it happens. Yeah, it happens a lot, actually.
Yeah. Have you ever thought about thought it through about any solution, Alexander? Maybe campaigns, maybe any kind of advertisement showing that all of us we are one nation, we are one people, we are one, one team together. I mean, have you ever come up with an idea to mitigate these tensions, these issues, to de-escalate all of it?
Yeah, once I was like thinking about that because when you are seeing some situation like this, you
Mhm.
can think about that and how can you maybe not solve that, but try to understand why the people doing that. Why the people needs to do that. That's the most important thing about discrimination. You need to understand why people are doing that. You know, that's my opinion
Mm-hmm.
about this. For example, when you are seeing some situation like this, you can maybe approach the the people and you can say, oh, why you are doing that? Please explain me because it makes no sense to do that. Why you are doing that? But yeah, sometimes can be dangerous to do that. Like to approach the people and asking about. But yeah, but yeah, of course, from my point of view, you need to understand why the people are doing that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know
What,
why,
what,
but it's
mm-hmm,
it.
mm-hmm. What do you think about public awareness campaigns? Maybe we could have that on the government could promote public awareness campaigns. So, by doing that, they could remove a little bit of the harmful effects of discrimination, and maybe they could add more policies, maybe more laws. We already have it in Brazil at the moment.
Yeah, 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 I get your point. I got your point. Like, yeah, unfortunately here in Brazil, yeah, of course, talking about here in Brazil, but we don't have much policies about this, to avoid that, like to avoid this kind of
Mhm.
discrimination. Because unfortunately, our government is so weak, about that. They are weak about that, and of course, they need to be more. Yeah, they need to be more strong, strong yes about that. But yeah, from a point of view, we can maybe have some policies, some strong policies about that. Like, oh, if you are discriminating someone from another country, or maybe some other people about anything, you need to be punished for that. You like maybe to get in jail or something like that. But unfortunately, here in Brazil, we don't have this kind of policy yet. Maybe in the future, I don't know. This kind of policy can start happens here, But
Yeah.
at the moment, we don't
Mhm.
have it. We don't have any actually.
Yeah, it depends on the discrimination. When it's really obvious, really clear, people have proofs about what's going on. Um, I mean, like racism, it's a kind of discrimination, so it's gonna be. But if it's very subtle, there is no punishment, unfortunately, as you
Yeah,
said.
yeah, like no punishment. Yeah. I see. I
Indeed.
can see that. Mimi raise your hand, right?
Yeah, Mimi. Hi, hello, Mimi. By the way, welcome. By the way, thank you very much, Alexander, for your remarkable insights. Mimi, welcome here. What up?
Guys. Thank you very
Hi.
much. My name is Marian. My friends call me Mimi, and I am from Peru. And
Welcome. You're in the house.
thank you very much. And about the topic you were discussing, guys, let me tell you that it also happens here in Peru. I mean, so many people are here discriminated because of the color of their skin, because of religion, and other kinds of stuff. And actually, you know that Peru has 3 different regions: coast, jungle, and highlands. So, of course, people from the coast are usually, not always, usually the ones who tend to discriminate others, like people from the highlands or people from the jungle. Or it even happens in the highlands, because now I am working in the highlands, I am from the coast. And it also happens in the highlands that people living in bigger or larger cities in the highlands may discriminate others who live in the countryside, for example. But I mean, and I'm like, it usually gets me like in shock, like, what the funny? I mean, they are from the same region. They have the same color of skin. How come can they discriminate each other? And this is probably because of education, probably because of the clothing they wear. The typical clothing can be different in the countryside, for example, compared to the ones that live in the city. And in some cases, it happens also just because of not only because of education, as I mentioned before, but also because of religion. So I think this is silly. And as a teacher, because I am a teacher, I like to teach my students that we people are all different. We have different backgrounds. We come from different cultures. Probably we have um, a different education. Probably we have so many different traditions. Probably, but it does not mean that we are superior or inferior compared to others. I mean, what makes us different makes us special. So we can learn to live with one another. That is what I teach to my students. I also teach them that not because one is different does it mean that this person is, as I mentioned, inferior or superior, but that we need to understand their traditions, their customs, and stuff. It's like going, for example, to a Muslim country. And not because I am from a country that is not Muslim should I wear or do whatever I think, but I need to respect the way they think, the way they see life. And I think is accepting, respecting, among other things. So I think what we can do, apart from what you mentioned, guys, is starting this kind of education at home and teaching our children. And when I say our children, I don't mean the kids that we may have. I am single, for example. I don't have any children. I'm not married. But when I say my children, I mean my little neighbors. I mean the children I teach. I mean my little cousins, for example, because then I can make the difference. Probably it is not a big difference, not a huge one, but of course, one little step can change a whole world, I think. And with or without us, the world is still going round and round and round, and we can be part of the difference. We can be part of help, I don't know, of the positive growth, maybe, and all that kind of stuff. That's from my side. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, Mimi. Thanks a lot. It was really wonderful what you said. Well, we gotta start from the beginning, start from the very beginning, from scratch. Since the kids are like 7 years old, 5 years old, that's the moment that they are developing their personality and then the main beliefs. So if they are taught since the beginning to be aware of this natural difference between all of us, they will not be and develop a discriminative behavior. No shadow of doubt.
Yeah, and you know what? Children do not know how to discriminate. They know nothing about discrimination. They just copy attitudes from
Inherit,
adults.
yeah, from those.
They just do what they see around themselves. They are like copycats, like that, as simple as that. So it is in us to teach them. And as a teacher, I have seen like so many kids growing in a very positive way, but others come in with negative manners, with negative perspectives, and all that kind of stuff. And I don't think this is good. I mean, it's not us that we are making a negative input, that we are, but it is the children. I mean, their innocent lives. Why are we doing this to some children? Some parents should be aware of the kind of information they are sharing with their children, the kind of attitudes they are using at home, the kind of faces they are making to others, probably because even, I don't know, intentionally or unintentionally, some adults behave in such a way that they don't even are aware of what they are doing. So I think we have to be careful when we are in front of children the way we behave.
For sure, for sure. I couldn't agree more with you. And yeah, no shadow of doubt, we must be the reflex, because when they look at the mirror, they will copy that reflex. So we gotta be aware, conscientious, and then conscious about what we do and what we say. Well, anyway, thank you very much, guys. I'm gonna wrap it up. Huh? What?
You have a children. You know everything about children. You have a children.
Well, I don't know
Yes,
anything about children. I
Abraham
just know
has
this.
many children. Abraham has
I
many
just know
children.
this.
He knows a
Because
lot
no,
about how to
Abraham
treat
has
kids.
many girlfriends.
Well, that's a great
Because
guys. I
Abraham
mean,
has many
Alright.
girlfriends.
Okay.
you gotta be very careful. Like children, they are like a blank page. Whatever we put there, they're gonna multiply it. So
He talks how to treat children well. So I assume that Abraham got a lot of children.
Exactly. You are right.
Great assumption, Yanita. Great assumption. Abraham, the
You
great
are
father
right.
of a great nation.
Right? True that.
Well, guys, welcome you, Eka. I think I will allow you to say something, but I was about to finish the meeting, and the topic that we are discussing here, Eka, is discrimination. So,
Discrimination.
yeah, discrimination.
Okay.
I will share
All right.
with you a few questions on the chat box, and I will pick up a question and then carry on.
All right. So about the discrimination, I think it still exists in Indonesia. Actually, I don't know how to say that, but it's because the people they don't have the open-minded, especially people who live in my place in a small village. They are not educated. They are not open-minded. So any kind of discrimination still happening in here. For example, you have dark skin, so people thinks that uh dark skin is not good. Sometimes they make a joke or like bullying, and after that they discriminate. And then people who educated and seem like, oh, you have good education, so they are not educated, so they still like sometime when gathering together, they make another circle or another group, so they didn't want to get in touch each other, even though it's not really exist or famous, but sometimes still happening in here. I don't know how to say that or how to change that, but I think it's depend how the people looking each other or how their mindset work on it, because in this era, in 2024, I think even though we are live in a modern era, still many discrimination, especially for people, or not only discrimination for the physical. Sometimes they discriminate for the society, from the maybe lifestyle or whatever. Thank you. You want to take over, Abra?
Yeah, all right. That's really sad. People
Mm-hmm.
judging each other because of the color. But as you say,
Mm-hmm.
it's a small village, so people may be behaving on this way since always. They don't have a
Yeah.
role model. I mean, role model is not about copying somebody else. You gotta be yourself. Though, when we have a society that notices, they realize that color is only a small tiny detail. It's a meaningless detail.
Yeah.
They will give more value to other things, more meaningful things. Guys, I will just get out now. I mean, I will get out, but I will keep the meeting here going on because there are so many people. All of you, I know that you wanna discuss a little bit or a lot. I don't know. I'll just take a break of 15 minutes. I will go there, come back. Eka,
Mm-hmm.
will you be here for more than 10 minutes at least?
Okay.
I will put you as a host, but I will go out and come back after 10 minutes. Is it possible?
Okay. Yeah. No
You are
worries.
amazing.
Okay.
With you, I never have worries. With you,
Okay.
never.
Mm-hmm.
So, guys, having fun. Yeah, Eka is with the mic now. Ooh,
Okay.
I
Thank
gotta
you so
go.
much. Okay.
I thank you.
All right. So I see